Hello, my name is Naya, and I'm an artist. And when I say artist, I mean in every form of the word. I'm an artist. From a poet to visual artist, photographer. Wherever the spirit lies is where I am. And this is basically a memoir. This is I'm smoking a cigar. We keep it drug free. But so I will tell you, I was born and raised in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Oklahoma is a very different place. People who are not from here, I remember when I lived abroad, they would always be like, well, and when I'm abroad, I mean just here, in the United States in different places. People would always say, oh, there's black people in Oklahoma. They cannot imagine the amount of culture that is in Oklahoma, just as other African people in different places in the country celebrate their culture. I also celebrate my culture here. My culture comes from a Native American culture, a culture where we still have black cowboys, brothers that ride cowboys, ride horses every day, live in rural areas, but we also have the city life. We also have the gangbangers and the drug dealers and all those things that makes the ghetto become that beautiful place that we love. I'm one of those people that try to see the beauty in everything. And I can understand why certain things happen. I can understand why the world is the way that it is. And it doesn't necessarily mean that it's a bad place. It just means that this is what the world is at this point in time. And hopefully it will get better, but I'm not fool enough to think that, oh, one day it's just going to be peaceful completely and we're just going to stop all the hustling and all the dealing and all these things. No, more than likely there will always be these things, just like it's always been those things. People are like, oh, well, all these babies having babies. Well, babies have been having babies forever. Ever since the beginning of time, babies have been having babies. Babies used to get married, so you can't tell me that this generation right now is as bad as it has ever been. No, because we learn from somebody, So, I'm a single mother. I appreciate being a single mother because being a single mother made me appreciate myself. It made me realize where I'm at and where things are. It made me put priorities in my life that I didn't necessarily have. Thank God I was able to go a while, and I was able to move away from Oklahoma 4 times and able to kind of see things and experience things which have made me who I am today. And I have to thank those that contributed to this. And some of them have passed away, God bless their souls, and some of them are still here, and I'm very appreciative of it. I'm one of those people that people are always like, oh, she's crazy. She's crazy. And they say I'm crazy. Like, granted, yes, I'm just about as crazy as any sister may be about certain things. I will bust out windows or whatever if I need to get my point across. I try not to, but it can happen. And I'll never say that I'm above that because I will. But for the most part, I try to keep it cool. I try to stay enveloped in my thoughts, A friend of mine, I will call him the prophet. The prophet said that I'm an adventurer. And he's right. He's correct, But I'm very sensitive about life. I'm very sensitive to people and how they are and how they feel. And especially how they feel about me. I'm very sensitive to that. So therefore, I try to balance that. My child, though, is the most amazing thing that has ever happened to me. He is so beautiful. And I see the future in his eyes every day. I teach children art and poetry at a local charter school. And I tell you, it is the most amazing feeling to be able to convey things that I did not understand until I was grown, and to see that 5th and 6th graders, even 1st and 2nd graders can understand those things. I know that the world is not lost. I know that black people as a whole is not lost because anytime you have people or children that can recite Haki Matabuti poems and Nikki Giovanni poems effortlessly, then there's something special there, and that spirit is still alive. My son, he loves Bob Marley songs, and he loves The Last Poets. That's something that I keep around him. We try not to watch too much TV, because TV, it can really warp your mind, and I don't want his mind to be warped like that. I want to warp his mind the good way and expose him to a whole nother level of life, and that is the unseen. You see what I'm saying? Because the unseen is the most important thing. And I'm not going to sit up here and rep like, oh, I'm just so whatever and I just sit around with candlelight. No, honey, most time I keep it cracking. I go to work. I come home. You know, I cook dinner. I fuss. I whoop tail and whatever needs to happen in order for life to go the way that it needs to go. I'm a believer in spankings. I am. And I'll tell you why. Because if I don't whoop my child's tail, then the police is going to whoop him eventually. And that's what we don't want. So I'm going to put that fear in him because I'm his mother. And I think a lot of mothers, sometimes, you know, it's easy to get caught up. Yes, those are our children. And so, yes, they're our friends. Especially being a single mother, it's easy to say, oh, well, you know what I'm saying, I don't want to do him too wrong. But no. As a single mother, we have to kick tail even more because, unfortunately, we have to raise our children to think outside the box. They have got to be outside of that label that they try to label our black children in. Okay? And for those of you that don't label black children, that's fine. But being a black parent and being a black woman, I know what those labels are about, and so anything that defeats those labels, I'm about that. Okay. Life is powerful, and I always tell my children when I'm teaching, I teach them that the only way to defeat the oppressors is to think outside the box, is to defeat them with your mind, with your mental power. Stay outside of those stereotypes that they want to put you in. You understand? Because those stereotypes are not who we are. And it's a lot of work that needs to be done though in the black community. I'm not going to lie. I know it is. But I no longer focus on the white man did this and the white man did that and the white man. No. Because guess what? Whatever's been done is done. So now it's up to us to come together as a people and somehow try to create unity inside this hazy air. You know what I'm saying? So, definitely. As I said, this is a memoir, so a lot of times y'all are just going to hear me just yapping it up. And it could be about anything. It could be about love. It may be me doing poetry or whatever the case. I love poetry. I started writing seriously in 2001. Before that, I would write on and off since 97. But seriously, writing and performing poetry, I've been doing that since I was about 19. And I'm 25 now. I'll be 26 in June. And poetry is so powerful. You know, it's amazing what you can find in a phrase or just a word, period. You know what I'm saying? Power. Majesty, things like that. Those are the words that I want to keep floating inside my ear constantly. You know, don't get me wrong. I love the bull sometimes. Everybody loves the bull because the bull is fun to look at sometimes. I just saw a man at a convenience store snatch a bag of chicken out of his sister's hand and smash it on the ground because of some money she owed her. She owed him. So that was very interesting, and I wanted to get footage of that, but you know, you got to get consents for all that. But that was very interesting, and I just really hope that, you know, there is nothing, you know, that serious in the world, you know. But we pray for those that that just, you know, are lingering, you know. I don't know what to tell you, but I'm very thankful that you all are tuning in and just continue to, you know, keep in touch. You know, this is my way of keeping in touch with people. Let them know what's going on, okay? So, y'all just have a nice whatever evening, okay?